What is that now?
Welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our community guidelines.
Oh, thank you. I don't know why it's telling that to us.
No, my
Anyway,
privacy.
Oh, okay, so chat is working. For a sec, I was like, when I had to back out of it a second ago, I hope chat's still going on, but, hey, okay, so I don't know if you guys got that on your end, too. That was the first time we saw that pop up.
Guys,
it was just a little...
Be careful about your privacy.
It was just a little thing that popped up on our end going, bloop, warning, like, oh, what's this now? Okay. Anyway, so, I'm really glad that that popped up on us reviewing Deadpool 2 again.
Yeah, no, Once Upon a Deadpool.
Yeah. Honestly, what you could really do is just watch our previous review on this movie and bleep out whenever we say fuck.
I liked it again. I did. Well,
no, I did. No, yeah, I did. It's Deadpool 2, so it's a funny movie.
It's still a good movie, and it's not like any of the worse for wear for taking out the cussing. And honestly, like, I walked in kind of pre-biased, thinking like, man, they're not gonna touch the fucking violence, but they're gonna take out anything with the sexual content. But I think that they had a good mix of leaving that shit in where they could, on both fronts.
As far as editing goes and everything like that, like, yeah, it's edited fine. Like, for the most part, it is on this kind of thing. Here's basically what the movie is. It's, I would chalk this up to whenever you see sometimes whenever you see something that's R-rated, maybe airing on Comedy Central, and they shoot bits for it, for like wraparound segments or just like little cutaways that it goes to before it goes to a commercial break.
Like in Monty Python and the Holy Grail, where they're like, man, we left the spanking part in.
Oh, yeah, with a little bit of that thrown in there. Yeah, that's kind of what I chalk this up to. And that's fine, like, because it's, you know, I mean, you're essentially watching an edited for television version of Deadpool 2, but Deadpool 2 is still a funny movie. So, yeah, I laughed during this as well. And even the stuff with Ryan Reynolds and Fred Savage, like that, had some clever stuff in it as well. It did,
and I felt like it added a little something. Like
it did.
Parts where, you know, you called it lampshading when we were walking up, and it was to some extent, but I think it was cleverly wrought lampshading, you know, because it's like it was stuff that I bitched about, like the fridging part with his girlfriend, and like Cable having no backstory to speak of, even though in the comic book he's got like 5 billion pages worth of backstory. Yeah. Like Fred Savage is a huge Cable head, according to this retelling of the story.
So there were funny things in there like that. This is what it is. It's a cash grab put out into theaters and re-releasing it as a PG-13, but it doesn't necessarily do a bad job at that. But it doesn't belong in theaters. This belongs.
No, I think it serves a purpose, because like the kids that couldn't go see the hard R version,
they're gonna see it.
Well, they're gonna see it at home, you know. Then they're gonna sneak in to see.
They're seeing it in theaters.
What the fuck ever, man!
Oh,
if you're gonna use that argument,
they're
gonna get access to it. I think that, you know.
And here, okay, but with that being said, though, this is a PG-13 edit of Deadpool 2, not Deadpool 1. You've probably already seen Deadpool 1. A lot of kids went to go see Deadpool 1.
There were kids in the theater who went and saw Deadpool 1.
Yeah,
that harkened back to the International Women's Day joke that I enjoyed so much. Maybe that was for the kids. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, and so with this being a PG-13 cut of Deadpool 2 and making a lot of jokes that are sort of dependent on the fact that you have already seen Deadpool 2. So...
But that being said, I don't think you have to have seen Deadpool 1 to enjoy Once Upon a Deadpool.
You don't?
And I mean, like, I understand the argument that it's a cash grab and it doesn't belong in theaters.
Yeah.
But what's it hurting to put it in theaters if there's an audience for it?
Okay.
It's not like it's stealing a theater away from a more deserving movie.
No, but come on. I also saw Trump Prophecy in the theater, and that had a bigger audience than this did. And that
Did that
shit
belong
didn't,
in theaters?
No, it did. That didn't even need to exist. But I'm not saying that this movie doesn't need to exist. The movie does. It does a fine job doing what it's kind of aware of what it's doing, and that's fine. But again, it's sort of like taking something that would be showing 7 p.m. on Comedy Central on a Saturday night and throwing it in theaters, and you're asking to pay top dollar prices to see an edited for television movie. I'm not saying that the movie's not still funny. I'm just saying it's not worth paying $15 to go see.
But they're putting it in theaters right around the holiday season when a lot of people are getting together with their families. A lot of them go to the movie theaters. Like the fucking Gobbles every year. That's like a tradition for them to go to the movies on Christmas Eve. I think that this is for those people and for the 13-year-olds among those people.
I don't necessarily agree with that, because one year when the Gobbles went to go see a movie on Christmas, it was a girl with a dragon tattoo.
Yeah, but again, I'm saying the families with the 13-year-olds. You know, yeah, those 13-year-olds have probably seen the hard R version, but not with their fucking mother, you know?
Well, I grew up in a different time,
yeah,
so
well,
I don't know.
You grew up with a different mom.
Yeah, I did, and I love my mom very, very much.
That wasn't meant to be a slight on your mom. It's just she let you watch movies like that when you were growing up.
Certainly.
Not all parents are like that.
No, but again, I would understand that more so if it were the first one to an extent. Like, I'm not saying this movie did a bad job at what it did. I'm just saying that why pay you don't need to be paying top dollar theater prices to see this, and that's kind of why I understand it's not getting good reviews. I'm not saying it's not funny, but if you do want to go see a movie in theaters that the family can go see, this isn't the only thing that's playing. You could probably go see some. Now, if the choice is between this and The Grinch, by all means.
Yeah, what else is showing? Like, is your argument that they should have charged less for this because it's already been out? Because I mean, like, they charged top dollar for White fucking Christmas, and that's been out for a while.
No, it has, and that's not me saying that re-releases shouldn't exist. What I'm saying is, because you are going to see White Christmas, you're not seeing a re-edited version of White Christmas, or White Christ as the as the marquee for it showed in here. But no, geez, if you ask me, it's hard for me to even remember what's playing in theaters right now. But look, yeah, if your choice is between this and something like The Grinch, then sure, by all means. But yeah, this movie would actually belong better in a second run theater, but I don't know how much of those exist. I think that some of them still there's some areas where I've seen second run theaters, and yeah, look, I don't know. Like when I sat there watching this, it was fine, and honestly, what I laughed at in the Fred Savage parts, I probably could have just watched on its own. There is a segment of this movie where it goes about 50 minutes before it ends up cutting back to the Fred Savage stuff.
Yeah, I wondered if they'd forgotten about the shtick.
Yeah, I mean, it comes back. It comes back in the movie, but for a while it was just kind of this 50-minute chunk where, again, I'm just watching an edited for television version of Deadpool 2. Also, and I don't know if this is accurate or not at all, but I would hope that if this, I don't know how successful this is going to be, but let's say for the sake of argument that it is, and it is this kind of sort of testing the waters type thing, I would hope that would mean that future Deadpool movies wouldn't be PG-13.
So is that the because I don't understand the vitriol attached. Like I understand, not from you specifically, but from like it seems like the not good reviews that it's getting.
Sure.
The thesis statement is why, and like for me it's like, yeah, but why not? You know, it's like there's Fathom events, there's re-releases of movies all the time. This is just a re-release with the cuss words taken out of it. Yeah. Fucking fine, you know. I'd rather watch this again than the Possession of Hannah Hart or whatever the shit we watched.
No, I would too.
Like, I enjoyed this more than I enjoyed that.
No,
I'm not paying $15 for that.
No, I did as well.
But so, like, is the concern that it's a slippery slope when they're going to start doing this with more movies?
I mean, well, I don't know about that. But granted, a Fathom event re-release is typically something that's decades old, not mere months old. But I don't know. Some things that I saw about it earlier, I don't think it was necessarily calling this bad per se. It's just more so like, oh, okay, well, I'm here watching like this Comedy Central version of Deadpool 2. What would have been a little more clever, I think, is maybe, and this is kind of what I thought it was gonna be going into it. Like, I thought it was gonna be like sort of this re-edit of the two movies put together and kind of paced like that and like edited around the Fred Savage stuff, but it's not. It's really just it's just Deadpool 2 again. So if they did kind of maybe do something with that, then I could maybe even be like, okay, well, that was a little more clever than me just kind of seeing the same movie again. But no, like I said, the Fred Savage stuff in it was funny enough. It got and there were some clever stuff in there with the jokes about Fox and the buyout with Fox and Marvel and all of that. But I probably could have just watched that at home on YouTube.
Yeah, it had been, for me, it had been long enough since I saw this movie before that I was re-laughing at the jokes that I'd seen before, and I was laughing at the new jokes. Yeah. And I was also having fun kind of like picking out like, oh, there's a deleted scene. Man, they're leaning way harder into the romance between Colossus and Deadpool in this version, which I'm into, you know.
There was one scene in this movie, and it's one of the Fred Savage scenes where he's using the bleeper to it's a scene where he's
the implication, because Fred Savage says he wants to fight Matt Damon. Is that what you're talking about?
That scene, and which is more R-rated than anything in R-rated Deadpool.
Yeah, he bleeps it to make it sound like he wants to like fuck Matt Damon in the arena, which I was a little annoyed with because it seemed like hard to think that he would want to have gay sex with Matt Damon is like into a joke, which fucking annoys the crap out of me when it happens. But at the end, it turned out he was like, oh yeah, you know, I would fuck Matt Damon.
Oh yeah, well yeah, of course.
Why did he ask about me?
No, that whole sequence. Yeah, I got a couple laughs out of that, but I was like, this is actually way more of an adult joke than anything in it. But bring the kids, seriously. Now you can take the kids and have a good family night.
There was an 8-year-old at our theater. I doubt he got 50% of the jokes.
Well, who knows, maybe.
The callback to the International Women's Day, which is like my favorite part of the first one.
Yeah.
When there's the pegging scene.
Yeah.
That shit was for the daddies.
He said, that one's just for me, son.
For the daddies, yes.
Mother's like, it sure is.
That's for the mommies too.
You've probably already decided whether you're gonna see this or not. Because when you tell someone, look, there's a re-edit of Deadpool 2 in theaters right now, and it's re-rated PG-13, you've probably already made up your mind whether you're gonna go see that or not.
Or again, you know, Christmas Eve, everyone's like, hey, let's go to the movie theater. What all's playing? Fucking Once Upon a Deadpool, the Resurrection of Hannah Jones, or whatever the shit. White Christmas. You can go see White Christmas.
Well, yeah, at least for just tonight, apparently. By the
go back in time and watch White Christmas.
By the time Christmas comes around, this movie will probably already be gone. And
that'd be a shame, because that was my main theory of how they'd make their money.
Yeah, I don't. There was a handful of people in there. It was in one of the smaller theaters. Yeah, there was a handful of people in there, but by the time Christmas rolls around, there's probably better uses of your money that you could go see in theaters. If this is the best family offering that you have come Christmas time, then who knows, it might be. I've not seen the Christmas releases yet, so
because one of our previews was a Christmas movie.
Was it
Holmes and Watson? So you could see Holmes and Watson on Christmas.
Yeah.
So I was like, I want to see that one. Oh, December 25th.
Yeah, Holmes and Watson comes out on Christmas.
So is that the sort of better offering that you're talking about?
I don't know. There's always like 15 movies that come out on Christmas. I'm gonna have to see every goddamn one of them when I'm in Virginia. Yeah, I don't know what's coming out on. What the fuck? Fucking. I doubt that Mortal Engines is gonna be better than this. What else am I gotta see this week? Oh, Spider-Verse is out this weekend. Yeah, Spider-Man Enter the Spider-Verse. Shit, I don't know. I see so many goddamn movies that when I'm like when I'm at the gym and Adam is like so what'd you go see last weekend or something? I have to like stop and think. Like it doesn't matter what I thought of the movie or anything like that. It could be something like okay, we really loved Star is Born, but I guarantee a few days after that, and I was still like, what'd you go see last weekend? I'm like, shit, what did I go see last weekend?
I remember A Star is Born because that was like one that I tend to only remember the ones I was looking forward to.
Yeah.
You know, but the ones where you're like, hey, you want to go see Pokemon movie? Psych, you want to go see this horror movie instead?
That happened to me. That same thing happened to me with Dave one time.
Uh-huh.
It was when they were supposed to be re-releasing Planet of the Apes, the original. Mm-hmm. And I don't know why I had to clarify that. Like, yeah, so we went to go see Tim Burton's Planet of the Apes again.
They re-released it a couple months later with the PG-13 rating.
No, like, oh well, the original's rated G. That's got bare ass in it. 60s PG or G, sorry. No, they re-released that, but Springfield didn't get it.
Uh-huh.
So
what you watch instead?
Nerve, which was actually really good.
Which one was Nerve?
That's the one with Emma Roberts and Dave Franco, where it's that like computer reality thing where you get so many points with the amount of dares that you do and shit like that. Like it's like this kind of internet game show thing they're on or something like. It was actually like really, really solid. I mean, I only saw it the one time.
Yeah.
But
you're not gonna go back and see the PG-13 version.
I think it already was PG-13.
So make it a G version then.
Well, if it came out in 1968, it probably would be rated G. And would blow that audience away. Yeah, I don't remember what that was. I don't remember that having anything in it that would be an R, but I could be wrong. It's been a while since I've seen it. We didn't see Planet of the Apes that night. Mm-hmm. But should we do trailers?
Yeah. Oh, any final thoughts?
Oh, I mean, look, it's not that it's not worth watching or anything like that. It's just kind of worth watching in a way that whenever like a special screening night on cable television happens, it's like a really good version of that kind of thing, really. But if you know everything about it going in, you've probably made up your mind whether you'd want to spend money on it or not. Mm-hmm. So if you're fine with it, cool. If not, look, I mean, at least it's with a decent movie. Like, yeah. It's not like we had to... Right, if it was something like shitty, I'd be like, we're skipping that. Like, yeah, I mean, if it was, I don't know, they put out some re-edit of the Fantastic Four Dave and I went to go see. Well, I don't know, even then, I might, if they...
Which, Fantastic?
Yeah, that one. Yeah, or when, there was that R-rated Batman v Superman they put out that was 3 hours long. What? Well, that didn't go to theaters, though.
Batman's dick's hanging out his suit the whole time.
I wish to God.
I would watch the shit out of that cut.
Yeah, no, that didn't go to theaters, though. That was just
running
on DVD.
And it's flapping.
Oh, man. Oh, so it's fucking The Watchmen?
Yes!
Oh, please, God, put out a fucking PG-13 of The Watchmen.
Just like draw some underpants on him.
Yeah, give him Alex DeLarge's jockstrap. Which we did get a bunch of trailers in front of this.
We did. We got Captive State, which, I don't know, Aliens, maybe?
Oh, yeah, okay. That looks like The Purge meets Independence Day. That looked weird.
Right up to the end, I thought it was a Purge movie again.
So, yeah, same
and then
here.
the spaceship comes out, it's like, okay, probably not, unless, like, the aliens are purging.
Yeah, no, like, I was sitting there the whole time going like, are we really getting another Purge this quick? Like, I know there was the TV series that was just out. But
this is like heavy on like the give thanks. So like maybe it was supposed to come out of Thanksgiving and be like to Thanksgiving what Independence Day was to Independence Day.
Yeah,
but it wasn't called like giving thanks or anything.
That's why they had to change the title. They couldn't release it on Thanksgiving anymore.
Gobble gobble.
Oh man.
Got one.
Actually, that movie looked kind of interesting. It was a teaser, so
literally
I'm
nothing
intrigued.
about that movie. Captain Marvel.
Oh yeah, I'd seen that trailer a few times, so I went up to use the restroom.
I get I'm too behind on the Marvel phases. I didn't watch. Well, what happened was I didn't watch the Avengers movie, like the Stone Cold Bummer one.
Oh, the last one that came out. Yeah.
Because I didn't want to be Stone Cold bummed out, and so then I missed a bunch because I've seen Black Panther now, but I missed Ant-Man and the Wasp. And I'm probably going to miss this because I want to wait until the second Avengers movie comes out so I can just watch it in one chunk.
Yeah.
So anyone who's going to come back will just, come back. I don't have to, wait and shit. And then I'll worry about, the middle-y ones.
Mm-hmm. I think it's one that you'll have to see before Avengers Endgame, because
I'll just look at the Wikipedia page.
Oh, well, yeah, that'll work.
Let's read a synopsis. It's like a movie, but faster.
Man, I wish Wikipedia was around when I was in high school, when I was taking book classes.
It was called Cliff's Notes back then.
Yeah, but even those were kind of long.
A booklet? What am I, Shakespeare?
Says more than 5 pages to it. I don't know. I used
Feel
to,
like a Cliff's Notes for the Cliff's Notes.
Nah,
right?
I used to fuck myself on that because I'd go out and rent the movie, and it would usually be
no.
different. Yeah, I did that.
Yeah, they changed the ending to a lot of those.
Yeah, they did, especially Animal Farm. The one from the 50s that was like a communist, like an anti-communism propaganda movie that, like, the government commissioned. And our video store had this shit, so I fucking rented that has a wildly different ending that I started talking about in class.
How does the movie end?
It ended with the animals taking revenge on the humans and, storming the humans and killing them or something like that.
That's how it starts.
Oh yeah, no, it ends like that. Or not the. I'm sorry, not the human. The pigs. Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
No,
they
not
storm
how the
in.
book ends,
They
man.
storm in and kill the pigs.
Nope.
No, they did in this, and the screen turned blood red. Ugh. I actually kind of like that ending. Turns
Red, like the communists.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, probably. Stupid 50s.
I feel like we made a movie of Animal Farm when I was in high school.
There was the one.
No, I mean our class. We got together and
Oh, we did that.
Did you?
Yeah, in fact, I still have it on tape at home. We used a couple of Bugs Bunny toys as rabbits. And there were these sheep, and it was just 2 pillows. I still have this.
Who was it?
It was me and some guy. It was a novels class I was in, so it was me and that group of people that were, for extra credit, we could make just little shorts of whatever book we were reading. So we
So you got a lot of extra credit, is what you're saying.
Oh yeah. That actually carried me through that class. I didn't read shit. You could tell if you watch these movies.
Man, I still haven't read John Steinbeck's The Pearl, and I got a C+ on my report on that shit.
No, we would
just kind of guess. Everyone dies in the end? Yeah, okay, I got it.
I don't even remember the ones back then that I did read.
So anyway, happy Death Day to you.
I had just gotten back from using the restroom when this trailer was over.
I think they PG-13ified this trailer because there's a scene where she's and wearing a shirt, and I sort of Christ in the other trailers I'd seen, and the shirt says FML, and in this trailer it said OMG.
Usually you can tell when they PG-13ify a trailer because the blood is always black.
Not green like it was in the Deadpool movie.
Okay, that's actually a really good question. Was it not green in the other one?
I didn't think so.
I mean, I was
Comic nerds, does Shatterstar have green blood like a Vulcan?
Because I was well, he is an alien. Was it? Because I was thinking when we were watching it. I might be wrong. But I mean, I can't remember. It's been months since we've seen this.
Sometimes the chat has to catch up.
Oh, yeah, they're 10 minutes behind.
Yes, he does. It was green in the R cut. Okay, well, I thought
okay.
I thought they'd greened it for the PG-13 cut.
I was wondering because I was okay, if they PG-13 the blood, it probably just would have been black like they always do. Whenever that happens.
That always fucking looks grosser than blood.
It is. I've seen movies where they left that shit in the movie. When we had to go see Bye Bye Man, and it just looked like a dude was made of oil when they shot him. It was disturbing.
Full of the oil from the X-Files. The Man Scary? Because that title made me laugh for like a half an hour when I first heard it.
Fuck no, that movie wasn't scary. We went to go see that, like... I remember more about the audience for that fucking movie. It was, alright, so this was me and Brian going to go see this, and it was on a Friday the 13th. It's a PG-13 horror movie, so the movie was packed to the brim with people from, like, junior high jumping at their own shadows through the thing. They were fucking, like, talking, like, full volume through the whole thing. None of us were mad though, because it's not like they were ruining anything good. Like, cops had to show up.
Oh god.
Yeah, cops showed up and we got free tickets.
Was it to the Bye Bye Man again? Or
no, it was just free passes to the theater.
Well, because, like, Bye Bye Man made me laugh, but, like, Jeepers Creepers made me laugh, and that movie was kind of scary with, like, the bad guy.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, he, like, lived off of eyeballs or something.
Yeah, he would...
Basically, like, they heard the song and then worked their way backwards from there.
He, like, if he wants a new set of eyes, he eats your eyes and shit like that.
And they're
like,
in his face.
Yeah. I haven't seen that movie in a long time. I never did see the third one. That came out a year or so ago. I
like barely knew in the back of my mind that there was a Jeepers Creepers 2.
It was awful. And I'm like, all right with the first one, but the second one was bad.
Holmes and Watson.
Man, that looks
but you
like
think it
ass.
Looks like ass. I think it looks funny.
Well,
like the trailers made me laugh several times, and I've seen it several times. It still makes me laugh.
Homies, as the trailer puts it,
I'm
sorry,
like
the poster.
My associate, Dr. Watson, he was a real doctor. He's like, would you like some heroin?
That is one part that got a mild chuckle out of me when I first saw this. I'm not a
He's like taking a selfie with the oldie time camera, like, hey girl.
And that was when I was like,
hey,
nah,
girl.
You lost me again. No, I'm not a fan of their other movies, really. I'm not the biggest Will Ferrell fan in the world.
Talladega Nights is funny. Anchorman 1 is funny.
Both the Anchorman movies I like a lot.
Step Brothers I wasn't much for. I don't know. I think
I'm not even much on Talladega Nights.
It seems like they might do a lot of spoofs on actual Sherlock Holmes shit, like the part where he's like his disguise is just like a big ridiculous mustache, and Watson's like, "What have you done with my friend Holmes?" So if it's a lot of that shit, I'll probably enjoy it.
Yeah, when I see that trailer, I'm like, all right, Sherlock Holmes is public domain.
There's a Kate Beaton comic where she's got like the two Watsons, the actual Watson for the book, who's like intelligent and competent as a doctor, and then the Watson from like TV and movies, where he's just like this dumpy little idiot, just like eating jam with his hands. I say, good man.
It's not going to be better than that one that we watched from the asylum that had dinosaurs in it.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Had the line of...
That was pretty fucking awesome,
yeah, they had that line... What does a T-Rex need with piano wire? It's so good.
Turns out he's building a blimp.
It's like the best fucking asylum movie, man. They did this mockbuster on Sherlock Holmes where like he fights Iron Man at the end of it in this fire-breathing dragon machine. It's actually kind of great. I put that movie on my 10 best that year. Because I wasn't seeing everything that came out when this movie came out, so I was like, fuck it, I'm putting that movie on there.
I still remember it fondly, now that you've reminded me it exists.
Yeah.
Detective Pikachu.
That actually looks really, really charming.
It does look really good.
See? We didn't need a re-release PG-13 Deadpool. That's exactly what that movie's gonna be.
Like if you enjoy Pokemon, it's fun because you keep seeing like, oh, there's Doduo, and there's fucking Raichu, and there's Mime.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know much about Pokemon lore.
Well,
really.
Bone up, my friend.
Oh yeah, I'll do that. I can't. I gotta go see Mortal Engines this weekend.
I bought a paperback Pokédex for one of the Pokemon games a couple games back. I'll lend it to you so you can go through and memorize them all.
No, is Detective Pikachu like a thing or
not to my knowledge?
Okay, I didn't know. I was like, is
there's a bunch of ancillary games that aren't like wander around, gotta catch 'em all. There's like Pokemon Snap, where you're like
Yeah.
taking pictures of Pokemon, and my personal favorite, Pokemon Puzzle League for the N64, where you're basically
Oh,
playing
yeah.
puzzles while Pokemon shriek in the background. But I don't remember hearing about like a detective
Is this
Pokemon.
the one where he's a detective?
This is where he solves a murder.
Yeah, it looks like a way better version of the Happy Time murders. No, that actually looks really, really charming. It's like, oh, okay, I'm actually like excited to see this like Pokemon related movie. I guess sort of. No, that actually looks really funny.
It looks charming as fuck. Dark Phoenix. I
Oh
was mentioning
yeah.
in the theater. I haven't seen any of those.
Are you? You mean like since they? Any of them, or just
I've seen like the Patrick Stewart ones.
Oh, okay.
And even then, I don't think I remember the one where he's like, "I'm a juggernaut, bitch."
Oh
And
well,
so
you've seen the true Dark Phoenix movie.
I've seen that. Like that was, I think, the last one I saw. I'm like, you know, what, I'm done
X-Men
for a while.
3. So this one is yeah, all right. So this one,
a lot like youngified, and then they kind of started him over again.
yeah, with like First Class, and I mean it's still in like the continuity of the other ones, but like because Patrick Stewart's popped up in them since, but like excuse me.
It's like old Spock, or
Yes. Spock. No, yeah, I mean, yeah, he has. So this one's doing the Dark Phoenix thing again, and honestly, it's a decent enough trailer. The trailer looked, for as many people are dreading this, the trailer is at least cut together fine.
Mm-hmm.
I just enjoy the fact that they're doing the Dark Phoenix thing again, and it's from the same writer as X-Men 3
this
when
time
they did
they'll
it.
get it right.
Listen, I got it, man. Just give me one more chance, man.
Well, like, I read a lot of X-Men comics in grade school because I was hanging out with boys, and that was like the main one that they read.
Mm-hmm.
And I really enjoyed the Phoenix character. I liked her kicky little sash, and I liked that she was like a lady with superpowers, because there weren't a lot that I could identify positively with at that time. But I don't remember a whole lot about it because, again, I was in grade school.
Yeah,
So it'll be interesting. I hope she has the sash again. Like, I love the shit out of that sash.
we were drunk when we went to go see X-Men 3.
Did it enhance the experience, do you feel?
It actually did, because it was me and Alex going to go see it. We were at the bar, and we were like, hey, X-Men 3's coming out. Like, oh, shit, now. You want to go see it? Yes, let's. And then we got a cab that showed up way earlier than we thought it would, so we had to chug this pitcher of beer. And we showed...
Chug-a-chug-a-choo-choo.
Yeah, and then we showed up early, and we were like, wait, what do we do? It's like an hour before it starts. Hello, there's a bar across the street. So we stayed there for an hour, had more beer, and then went to go see the movie. When the movie ended, we were like, that was fine.
I don't know what I'm complaining about. You're my best friend. No, you're my best friend.
That's totally what I said. Then we went back to the bar and drank some more after we saw it. Probably closed the shit down, too.
Alita Battle Angel.
Oh, wait, that isn't coming out this month anymore. That's coming out in February.
They pushed it out near.
Yeah, but I kind of understand, though. Like, I don't know what this movie's going to turn out to be, but this really seems to me a case where it's pushed to February so it doesn't have to compete with about 30 other movies in December. Because this is a big budget movie. I assume so, anyway. It's a big budget movie. It's like
$1 million per eyeball.
Yeah, probably. So, like, well, if they got a discount, maybe. So it's like, all right, I kind of understand them moving it to February because I don't know how much else it could, I mean, I'm sure it's going to compete with some, but maybe...
For those families like hanging out on Valentine's Day Eve trying to figure out what movie that they should go see together. Let's go see Alita Battle Angel.
Yeah. Yeah, when the first Deadpool movie came out, that was the movie to go see that Thanksgiving, because the only thing playing opposite of it was Zoolander 2.
Zoolander.
That movie sucked.
I didn't see it because you
The
said
second
it
one?
sucked, yeah.
It was bad.
I enjoyed the first
Yeah,
one.
the first one's solid. Second one, not so much.
I've said all I want to say about Alita Battle Angel.
Oh, yeah.
Battlestar Galactica. Hi, Zingnam. Mad Magazine, here it comes.
Which was the one where you're like, oh, I'm calling dibs on that. I'm calling dibs on this movie. And then the date popped up and you were like, oh, shit, I'm not going to be able to go see it.
Pokemon.
It was
it's gonna be
Pokemon.
Detective Pikachu.
See, don't worry. That means you still have a slot open for Alita Battle Angel.
I'm gonna make it to Alita Battle fucking Angel.
Well, tomorrow we'll be at Mortal Engines, which looks like Battle Angel Part 1.
At least everyone's eyeballs are the right size in that movie, alright? I'll give it that much. I will, of course, jinx myself. That's gonna be like a man who's made of nothing but eyeballs.
Yeah.
In Mortal Engines.
That character was haunting. Yeah, we got that shit tomorrow, and
what was awful about the guy made entirely out of eyeballs is that when he walked, it made this horrible squishing sound.
Ew.
Why am I? He shrieks to the uncaring skies.
Defeat him by just throwing Visine at him.
I just throw Ben Stein at him.
Oh, God.
Yes.
Was that all the trailers?
It was.
All right. Well, tomorrow's Mortal Engines and Spider-Verse is this weekend. I've also got The Mule this weekend, but I might be flying solo at that one. They're not giving that one a pre-screening tomorrow.
Wasn't that one have like a weird embargo on it?
Does it really?
I thought I heard someone talking about like there weren't any reviews for it out so far.
Oh, well, always a good sign. Maybe because it's not getting shown tomorrow. Yeah, that movie's not getting shown tomorrow.
I want to make sure they surprise you.
Even usually the worst movies, like even when something's got an embargo on it, usually it'll still get shown on Thursday night. Like, believe me, I've been there for like all of them.
Yeah.
All right, so
I'm going home and going to bed.
yeah, same here. All right, take care.
Bye, guys.